Finally, the Devil May Cry 5 demo has dropped, and since the gaming Brit refuses to talk about it, I guess I gotta fill the void real quick. At the very least, he's still making videos. But I want to start by saying I'm so glad Capcom didn't pull a Resident Evil 2 demo move. You know how if you play the demo for 30 minutes, you can never play it again? Or if you beat it without knowing where the end is, you could not play it again? It's a step up being able to play and play and play this demo until you get a perfect rank. However, I wasn't able to. I got A twice. But how is the actual demo? It's short, but that's how DMC should be. My first run had me completing it in roughly 20 minutes, and the second time I ran through, I have my time. I'm not sure how fans of the series feel about the new Western-inspired art style, but I think it's fine. I'm not a big fan of super realistic graphics in my game. They never really stick with me afterwards, but there's tons of realistic looking games out there, and Devil May Cry 5 doesn't stand out in its presentation in any way. I'm hoping in the final game we have some more interesting looking environments, because DMC5 from the demo just takes place in this like urban area that was torn asunder by some type of demon apocalypse. And for the voice acting, can I take a second to say that I love Johnny Young Bosch as a voice actor? I mean, don't get me wrong, from Lelouch to Ichigo to Nero, this man ain't even try to have any range. But good lord, do I love this man yelling into a mic. I'm not sure how he makes it work, as when I hear Bosch as Nero, I don't immediately think, oh, that's Johnny. I actually hear Nero. I read somewhere that Johnny really likes this character, so that could be a part of it. But for Nico is a woman I feel shame saying I'm attracted to. See, I grew up in the Bible Belt, Georgia to be exact. Girls like Nico roam the streets like how my mind roams thoughts of suicide. She is a very attractive woman, but she's just trashy. Look at her tattoos. Shoot here? For some reason, I feel like she got a Spade tramp stamp tattoo. Anyways, I really like seeing these characters interact. Nero has some nice banter with Goliath, so I know at the very least every cutscene is going to be great. But we're not a Sony exclusive here. We don't watch movies, we play games around here. And I'm finally able to tell you that it's good. It needs a lot of work though. I've played through Devil May Cry 4 and I really liked playing as Nero. Part of the reason is because he has a stand, but the Devil Bringer arm was also versatile and responsive. Now, in Devil May Cry 5, he doesn't have the Devil Bringer arm, and I just feel like Devil May Cry 4 had the better version of Nero. Instead of having a Devil Bringer arm, they invented these mechanical arms called the Devil Breakers that I'm just really indifferent to. I mean, it's cool to ride on a rocket or shoot energy out of your hand, but it's just boring to hold the circle button to do a Kamehameha. The Devil Breakers feel like a gimmick to me. They didn't really add anything to the experience, and I honestly wouldn't miss them if they weren't there. The game is too slow. I haven't played Devil May Cry 4 without turbo mode, so I don't know how slow it runs normally, but I always associate Devil May Cry with fast, satisfying, tactical action gameplay, and this just ain't it. The speed of the game may just be a reason why I'm having an issue with this, but pulling off Nero's ground pause combo was something I could never consistently do in the game. And I can't tell if it's because the game is moving too slow for me, or is it the issue of the button presses not being responsible? Tell me in the comments if I'm the only one, but I would try to do the wire drag move frequently, only to end up using the Devil Breaker arm when I was sure that I locked on first and pressed circle. For some reason, Nero falls at a feather's pace, but again, I don't play these games without turbo. So that could just be how he fell at base speed in DMC4. One thing that disappointed me about DMC4 is that some of the bosses felt too similar to each other because they were basically big demon you slash till it dies. In DMC3, you had to fight a chained, three-headed dog with ice covering its body that you had to knock off before damaging him. You had to fight a chariot pulled by a demon horse that could stop time, a whale's heart that sucked magic energy from you, and your brother who was like you, but more precise and tactical with his movements, and he's blue. The approach for all the bosses was different, but it just feels like DMC4 repeated the Beowulf fight 3 times. Dodge, move in, slash till death. It's just boring and not interesting as DMC3. And here we have Goliath. the final boss of the demo, the only boss of the demo, which is basically an easier Beowulf. And I know it seems that I'm down on this game, but I generally think a lot of people will probably like it once it releases. I just want to be able to love it. I want a turbo mode. Make the game 20% faster for those who want it to be. I want bosses within the same vein of DMC3. Like, give me bosses that look different and feel different to fight, different approaches to come at them with. Other than that, I don't have any big issues, and whatever happens when March comes and DMC5 hits stores, I'll be back here to review it. Until then, stay safe and stay away from girls that look like Nico. They are nothing but trouble.